Friday Night Sports Extra is brought to you by your local Inland Northwest Honda dealers.
Welcome to another edition of Friday Night Sports Extra, Halloween edition. I'm Bo Baldwin's bigger brother. We've got Tommy the Dragon.
The Dragon.
And we've got Dennis the Tourist with awesome shorts, by the way. Those are the best shorts I've ever seen him wear. I think we need to wear those on the golf course, Dennis.
Okay, you got it. I didn't have to buy any of this. I had all of this. I just pieced it from different outfits, as they say in the business.
I saw a lot of guys wearing football uniforms tonight for Halloween.
Yeah, that uniform has been done, though. I mean, everybody seemed to have the same costume.
I meant guys like on the field.
Oh.
Like as in the Idaho playing games tonight. Yeah, we had some of those going on. Post Falls was taking on Eagle. And the Trojans, coming off their first loss of the season in Eagle draws first blood. Actually, the Trojans won last week. But first blood, that's Josh Labrador punching it in 7-0. Then later in the first, Hunter Floyd putting it up. Cam Lane hauls it in. Looks like Eagle is going to roll. Not so fast, though. Austin Jackson's got other ideas. He gets in, cuts it back to a one-score game. But in the second, the Stangs get it back. Bucky Schrader making it 21-7. And Eagle ends up getting the win in this one, 35-21. Coeur d'Alene taking on Meridian. Future Boise State player Drew Berger right there. First CDA possession, Austin Lee finding Johnny Plum. That's good enough for a first down and led to an Austin Lee 2-yard touchdown plunge. 10-zip later in the first. Lee picked off by, that was the touchdown right there. Lee picked off by Chase Labby.
Oh, no.
He returns that 38 yards for the touchdown. That cut the Vikings lead to 10-7. But CDA gets it back. Lee finding KC Hutchings right here. And he not only hauls it in, but he's in for the touchdown. That made it 17-7. Meridian would return the ensuing kick 89 yards, setting up a Noah Baxter to Hunter Grafe touchdown to make it 17-14. But Coeur d'Alene wins big, 55-33. And we also have one other final for you. Sandpoint also getting a win tonight as they beat Century. The Bulldogs winning 56-7.
Just got back from a trip from the 3A championship game. Mount Spokane, Shadle Park hooking up at Joe Albee Stadium tonight. Yep, trick-or-treaters there. Second quarter, Shadle with the lead. Brett Rippon finds George Pillamia. And at the 6-yard touchdown, the Highlanders were up 21-7 at that point. But the third quarter, after Wildcats cut it to 7, Matt Pulliam with a wide open to Dakota Heights. Look, get him go. You're not going to run him down. He romps 72 yards, ties the score. We're even at 21. First play of the fourth quarter. This time Pulliam takes it in. 5-yard touchdown run up the gut. Wildcats up 28-21. 2 minutes left, 4th and 1. But the ball is knocked down. Rippon's pass is knocked down by Tyler Bailey. And Mount Spokane wins the 3A title. They're the number 1 seed. Shadle Park, the number 2 seed. Mount Spokane wins it 28-21. Tonight, Meade taking on Lewis and Clark. Yep, Tigers abound for the Tigers of LC. First quarter, Taylor Duncan takes it right up, scores from 5 yards out. Tigers up 7-0. Second quarter, Cameron Duncan goes deep, but he's picked off. Bo Skinner is there on the jump ball situation. That stops the Tigers' drive. Second half, Taylor Duncan starts left, cuts it back, takes it up the right, 20 yards. That set up an LC field goal, 10-0 Tigers. Fourth quarter, Meade driving. Thomas Damerol to pass on the rollout, but he throws the interception. Cameron Bendixson seals the deal. Lewis and Clark gets the win, advances to the playoffs if Central Valley was beaten tonight by U-High.
Well, I guess we could find that out. We got to go. We're going to do secretive. We're going to call plays.
Call Dragon.
Call Dragon. We're called Dragon, Spider 2, White Banana. CVU High, huge rivalry game out in the valley. This line wants out of his cage. Let him out of his cage. U-High down in the first half. They answer, though, with some trickeration. Hand off to Griffin Thorson. Goes up top to Tanner Chase. Huge gain there. Titans are in business. That's going to set up the touchdown machine. Bryce Williamson. He plunges in from a 1 yard out. U-High would take a 14-9 lead into the half. Third quarter, same thing. Williamson again. It's time from 19 yards out. U-High scores 21 straight points. The Titans at home beat their rivals 35-23. So big win for U-High at home. It's always important to win a rivalry game. And the costume of the night, toss it over to Dallas Hammer to talk about last night's games at Joe Albee Stadium.
2 weeks in a row, I decided to partake in theme night. It's a doubleheader out at Joe Albee Stadium last night with Rogers looking to avoid the second straight winless season against North Central. Now, the Indians would get on the board first. Matt Mickey out of the gun. He hits Bryce Palmer over the middle, and he's off. 44 yards for the score, and the Indians take a 7-0 lead. The Pirates would answer. Cole Schaefer rolls out. He's going to connect with Khalil Winfrey, who makes his way to the end zone. We go to the fours, and to me, this is the play of the year. 4th and short, Rogers needing a first down to seal the win. Marcus Phillips gets outside and gets a whole lot more. The touchdown seals the victory for Rogers. Just look at how happy these kids are, man. Pirates get their first win since 2012. Your final score, 30-21. Now, Gonzaga Prep versus Ferris in the second game. All defense early on. The option here goes to Mason, please, but Keegan Bray just sniffs it out immediately and stops him in the backfield for a loss. Second quarter, still scoreless. Ferris gives the rock to Jalen Hicks in the red zone, and he breaks the plane. That gives Ferris the 7-0 lead. End of the half, Gonzaga Prep, well, they're going to tie it up. Liam Bell keeps it himself and gets in for the touchdown. They end the first half 7-7. Now, this game goes to 4 overtimes, and the Bullpups, well, they come out on top 29-21 and take home the 4A GSL title.
So we think that means that LC is in, Ferris is out, CV is out, U-High is out. So Prep and Ferris advance, but we're still checking that. We'll get to the latest on that. It's clear as mud in the Great Northern League. Yeah, West Valley with a chance taking on Clarkston. The winner of this game is going to be the GNL champion. Early on, A.J. Davis to the corner of the end zone where Trevor Sperry makes the grab, 7-0. Not done. More in the first quarter. Clarkston, Blake Rummerdesh, right up the gut, 20 yards. His team is in 14-0 Bantams. West Valley had nothing going, didn't get a first down until this run by the big man, Jace Malik, 15 yards in the first down run. They had a drive going, trying to get into the end zone, cut it to 7. Austin Lee fakes the pitch. What a catch by Josh Miller. But they got nothing out of that drive. All Clarkston in the first half on a 4th and goal. The play fake and into the end zone. And it is Dylan Beeler there. 21-0 Clarkston at that point. They win the GNL title. They're the #1 seed. West Valley would be the 2 seed if Cheney could beat Pullman tonight. If not, a tiebreaker, and Tom has more on that game.
Yeah, that's right. Pullman taking on Cheney, and Cheney, well, they came out for the second half up 17, and, well, it's going to keep you fired up. Didn't take long to get another score either. Josh Martin to Keenan Williams, and he's going to do the rest. 42 yards on the catch and run. He was dressed up as a football player. 31-7 Cheney. So you want to stand on the sidelines of a high school football game, get up close and personal with the action? Well, good news here, no one was hurt, but wow!
Get out of the way!
That's a big hurt. This was all Cheney. Still in the third quarter, out of the Wildcat, Ty Graham takes the snap and does the rest, breaks a few tackles, and he is in 34 yards, and Cheney up 38-7 after 3. And they seal the deal with a long drive to start the fourth. Austin Klein tanking it in from 2 yards out. Cheney up 45-7. And thanks to that Cheney win, West Valley wins the tiebreaker with the Blackhawks and East Valley, and, well, they advance to the playoffs.
You know what's cool? Twitter's cool. Dallas Hammer, who's really fast, he's here to tell us how you can get involved in our Twitter.
Each week here on Friday Night Sports Extra, we highlight someone from the 700 ESPN HS social media team. Tonight, our featured Twitter reporters are Elizabeth and Renee McNally. Now, Elizabeth and Renee are a mother-daughter team that we found as part of the Spokane Hoop Fest Digital Street team. Come football season, they offered to help us out with sharing all sorts of photos and scores together. So, Elizabeth, Renee, thank you both. You want to get on TV? A sweet costume might help, but first, you just got to join our team. Tweet or Facebook us at 700 ESPN HS and simply tell us what team you'd like to help us cover.
I thought he was Spider-Man, not Flash. That was unbelievable. All right. Field of the night, one of my favorite fields ever to go to, and that is in Ritzville. It's like you're going back in time, the old wooden grandstand, and just a warm, fuzzy, small school feel for this one. It's a field that saw Mike Lynch on the sidelines, won two state titles in 31 years. Guys like Doug Wellsand and the Humphrey brothers and, you know, Dylan Hartz and Connor O'Neill and Lynn Ritzville's 34 straight games in a row, and it has to do a lot with that because if you go to this, you see generations of kids, you see people from the town who are there no matter if they've got a kid or grandson playing. It is a very special place. When I think of small-town Washington or Idaho football, the field at Ritzville, for Lynn Ritzville, Sprague now, that is the place that comes to mind. I love to go there, and because I anchor the 6 o'clock show, I never get to go anymore.
I like that the PA announcer always tells us what yard line we're on.
Yeah.
KXOY is on the 37-yard line. I take up a couple yard lines.
Great place to watch a high school
We got some league champions to crown. That's coming up next on Friday Night Sports Extra.